Evening. Welcome to class. We're going to do a vinyasa flow today, just kind of working out all the kinks, moving our body. It's going to be a free flow, so hopefully it should be nice and fun. Let's get on our mats. Let's go ahead and start on all fours today. We usually do this in my classes. I love to start this way, waking up the spine. Hands under your shoulders, hips above your knees. Bow your sit bones to the sky, head to the sky. It's going to be that kind of day today. Mixing up all my words. Press into the hands, dome the back. Oh, this feels so good in my spine. Pull it through. You guys take it at your own pace, whatever feels good to your body. Breathe with your movements. Exhale as you dome your back. Inhale as you pull your chest through your shoulders. As always, do what feels good. If you want to do some barrel rolls, do that here. Just waking up the body and saying hello. Put your fingertips to the sides of your mat and rock back and forth over your wrists. Warm those up this morning. Do some clockwise rotations and some counterclockwise. I did that backwards, but whatever works. Fingertips point towards your knees. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Good. Flip your fingers back towards the front of the mat. Lift your right knee in towards your chest and then point that knee out towards the side of the room and back towards the back of the room. Getting into our hips here. Again, make it a more fluid movement. In towards the chest, out towards the side of the room, and then back. Create these circles. Keeping your left hip where it is, squared down towards the floor, and then reverse those. Good. Kick your right foot out towards the side of the room, and then tap your toes to the floor and lift up. And tap and lift up. Tap, lift up. Two more, tap, lift up. One more, tap, lift up. Now place your foot onto the floor. Sink your hips back towards your heel and just floss in and out of this. So then bring your shoulders back above your wrists. And then hips sink back towards the heel. Floss in and out. Working that hamstring in the right leg. Testing your hips. Go to the range where you feel most comfortable, where it gives you some sensation but not pain. And then the next time you sink back to your hips, just stay there for a moment. Toes can be pointed up towards the sky, or the sole of your foot can be on the floor, whatever feels a little juicier to you. And just breathe. Take a moment to feel centered on your mat. Come back up. Right knee back in towards the left. And we're going to do the same thing side two. So left knee in towards left tricep. Point it back to the side of the room and then back to the back of the room. Make it more fluid this time. And continue those hip rolls at your own pace. Keeping your right hip stable where it's at. So point it towards the floor, square it off. Good. Now rotate the other way. All right. Kick the left leg out towards the left side of the room. And we're going to do 5 toe taps to the floor. So 1 and lift. 2, lift. 3, lift. 4, lift. 5, lift. Place that left foot onto the floor. sink your hips back towards your heel as you keep the left leg extended out towards the side of the room. Toes can point up or sole of the foot can be on the floor as you floss your hips back and forth. Again, take it to the range that is the best depth for you. So you want to take it to the end of your range, but not too far. You're not really challenging yourself to go further here. Just take it to your end range. And now sink your hips back towards your heel and stay here in this static stretch for a moment. Breathe into the back side of your left leg. Feel the groin stretch. Beautiful. Come back up onto all fours. Lift your right arm towards the sky. Open up. Oh, yes. And then weave your right arm under your left. Right ear to the floor. Left arm reaches up. The back of your right hand is on the floor. If you want to take the bind, rotate your thumb so it's pointed towards the right side of the room, and then sneak it in between your right hip and right thigh. And use that grip to twist open. Tug back on the left hip. Don't let it creep up. Release. Come back to all fours. Sweep the left arm up towards the sky. Feel that beautiful opening. Oh, yes. And then weave your left arm under your right. Left ear to the floor. You can stay here and press into the right palm. Sweep the right palm up to the sky. You can take the bind. But wherever you're at, tug back on the right hip. And just breathe. Release. Beautiful. Come back onto all fours. Push your hips up towards the sky, down dog. Walk it out. Feel that opening that we just did. Sway your hips from side to side here. So bend the left knee, straighten the right, and stick that right hip back as your left side body shortens. So you feel this lengthening in your right side body. Now bend into the left. Straighten the left, bend into the right. Arc your left side body as your right side body gets shorter. Ooh, and feel that stretch in your left side body. Good. Now come to neutral in the middle. Walk out your dog. Sweep your right leg up towards the sky. Right knee touches right tricep. And then cross your right foot over your left as you push your hips back towards the sky. So you're in this crisscross leg down dog. Sweep your left leg up towards the sky. Left knee to left tricep, and then cross over the right and push your hips back. So we're in this cross-legged down dog again. Left leg is on top this time. Sweep the right leg up, touch the tricep, push back, crisscross. Left leg up, left leg touches tricep, crisscross down dog. Right leg up, crisscross. Left leg, crisscross. See if we could do one more time. Right knee, crisscross. Now we're in a crisscross forward fold at the front of the mat. You can bend the knees as much as you need to here. Bow your head, shake it out. Release any tension, any pent-up energy that needs to go. Good. Right fingertips come below your face. Sweep your left arm up towards the sky. Beautiful. Release. Left foot crosses over right. Bend at the knees, forward fold. Ooh. Release the neck. Shake your head yes, no. Imagine any lists that you have in your brain, to-do lists, thoughts, anything like that. Imagine them falling out onto your mat while you're here. Just dump them onto the floor. We don't need them right now. Left fingertips under the face. Sweep your right arm up towards the sky. Feel that stretch, that twist. Create space. Create space. Release. Unwind your feet, hips distance apart, parallel. Chest to thighs, bend at the knees, sway your hips from side to side, or you could sway your body from side to side. So you're like some grass in the wind here. And then drip up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Unroll your spine. We have arrived. We're here. Hands in towards the chest. Okay, take a moment and set your intention for your class today. Take a deep breath and you inhale all the joy, all the beautiful thoughts, all the good things that you want to cultivate in your day today. Breathe that in right now. Inhale. Exhale anything you want to release and let go of. With some noises, some great, right? Inhale anything you want to cultivate. Exhale, release anything you need to let go of. Beautiful. Hands to the floor, forward fold. Halfway lift. Palms to the ground. You can jump, step, hop to the back of the mat. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Let's come all the way down to the floor. Fingertips tent outside of your shoulders, elbows pointing up towards the floor, and then lift your chest up. We're going to do some oscillating cobras here. Hips are still on the floor, but your chest is up. Pull your chest through your arms, and then you can shimmy your shoulders from side to side as you descend to the floor. Push into your fingertips, come on up, lift your chest. Make it proud, make it brave, strong movements here. And then roll your shoulders as you descend to the floor. Lift up, press into the hands. Feel the opening and then slowly come down to the floor. Push back into child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Come onto all fours and then push back up into down dog. We're going to take a moment. Sweep your right foot to the floor and bring your toes to the inside of your right hand. Lizard lunge. Let's stay here for a sec. Left leg is lifted up off the floor. If you need a modification, you can always put that left knee onto the ground. That might give you a little bit more of a thigh stretch anyway, if that's what you need today. And then straighten your right leg. We're going to floss in and out of this. Come forward into lunge. Straighten over your leg. Forward into lunge. Straighten over your right leg. Sweep the right leg back and place it next to the left foot. Left foot up towards the sky. Left foot to left wrist. Hands on the inside of the left foot. Chest comes forward. Feel free to make any movements that feel good here. I like to rock back and forth. That helps me work into my hips, get things lubricated. Push back into your triangles pose. Bend, lizard. Push back. Bend, lizard. Push back. Bend into lizard. Push back. Take your left foot, sweep it back next to the right. We're gonna jump, step, hop to our hands. So if you're gonna hop with me, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Aim to get your hips over your shoulders. Halfway lift, forward fold. And then sweep up, lift your hands to the sky. Bring your hands into your chest. Good. Breathe in, reach your hands to the sky. Forward fold as you bend over your thighs. Halfway lift, jump, step, hop into your chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Immediately bend into your knees, jump, step, hop to the front of the mat. Feet to your wrists. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And then sweep your arms up towards the sky. Inhale. Hands to chest in prayer. Sweep your arms to the sky. And forward fold. Let's get right into it. Halfway lift. Jump, step, hop to the back of the mat. Chaturanga. Up dog. Press into your hands, pull your chest through your arms, ground down through your feet. Activate your quads. Push your hips back. Jump, step, hop to the front of the mat straight away, so bend at the knees if you're jumping with me. Aim for hips over your shoulders. Halfway lift, forward fold. Sweep your arms up towards the sky, hands in towards your chest. Inhale. Sweep your hands up towards the sky, bend at the knees. Good. Take a moment, come up onto your tippy toes here if you can. Work your ankles, get them involved in the mix. Arms reach up overhead. Tuck your tailbone, or not tuck it, but lengthen it. Tuck seems so aggressive. We're not going for like a tuck. We're just lengthening it, right? Sink your hips to your heels. Good. Hands come to the front of the mat. Place your hands onto the floor. We're gonna shoot for a crow here. So knees onto your triceps, and you can just bring your right foot up in towards your heel if that's where we're at today. Lean your weight into your hands, gaze in front of you, and then you can bring your left foot up towards your tailbone. If you want the full crow and you know how to get there, go ahead and do that. Jump, step, hop your feet to the back of the mat. Up dog. And down dog. Right leg lifts. Open your hip. Heel towards the left booty. We're going to come into side plank on the left. So swivel your left heel towards the left side of the room. Right knee points up towards the sky. Right arm reaches up overhead. Lengthen your right foot and your right hand. So you're in this very arched side plank, almost like a rainbow. Right toes reach back behind you. Plant them on the floor. Wild thing. Puff your chest up towards the sky. Good. Right knee into chest. Kick it through. Fallen triangle. So right knee comes in and then kicks out to the left side of the room. Hips up. Squeeze your glutes. Good. Woo. Right knee back into chest. I just got a big pop. Right foot to the front of the mat. Crescent pose. Reach your arms up. Take a minute to bend both knees, right? Lengthen your tailbones, set your pelvis here, set your core. And then if we can keep that integrity in our pelvis, and you can keep your ribs and your Frontal hip points pulling towards each other. Straighten the back leg as much as you can. Good. Open up to warrior two. Bend deeper into the front right leg. Breathe. Tug back on the left hand just a little bit. Cartwheel your hands to the floor. Plank pose, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Left foot sweeps to the sky. Open up your hip. Feel that glorious stretch. Come up onto your right toes. Swivel open, side plank on the right hand. Left knee reaches up towards the sky, as does the left hand. And then reach them both long. To be in this long arced side plank. Ooh, feel it. Wrap your right shoulder blade onto the back body as you arc your body, and then set your left toes on the floor behind you for Wild Thing. Puff your heart open. Oh, more cracks for me. Lots of cracks today. Left knee into chest. We're gonna kick it through to fall in triangle, so left hand comes to the floor. Swivel the right foot, and then kick the left foot out towards the side of the room. Arms reach overhead. Squeeze your glutes. Open. Ah, yes. Okay. Right hand down. Left knee in. Crescent pose. Bend your knees. Reach up. Straighten the back leg as much as you can while maintaining the lengthening of the tailbone, while maintaining the frontal hip bones drawing towards the rib cage. Strong core, stable hips, reach. Open, warrior two. Breathe. Inhale. Feel yourself grow long through the spine. Lengthen your tailbone. Set up your core. Reach, reach, reach through the arms. Sink further deeper into the left leg. Tug back on the left hand. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Up dog and down dog. Come up onto the toes, bend at the knees, jump, step, hop to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Sweep your arms up to Tadasana. Hands come in towards your chest. Beautifully done. Arms reach up. Sink down into your chair pose. Hands in prayer at the chest. Lengthen your tailbone. Sit your hips back so you can look down and see your toes. Maybe you can even lift your toes off the floor. Can you lift them? Reach your arms up towards the sky. Good. Lengthen your tailbone. When we sit our hips back, it can be easy to anterior tilt, right? Stick our booty out. Tuck it in. Come up onto your toes, the balls of your feet. Work our ankles. Say hello. Doing great. Now, see if you can slowly sink your hips towards your heels. Maintaining the tiptoe position. Well done. If you want to try that crow pose, let's go ahead and go for it. Hands to the floor, knees to the triceps. Use your fingertips to ground into the floor. Look in front of you. Your chest is coming forward. You're not lifting into this. And then see if you can lift your left foot off the floor. And suck it all the way to your booty. And then your right. Beautiful. Use your fingertips, gaze in front of you, and then if you want to shoot it back, walk it back somehow, get into plank, up dog, down dog. Right leg, open, up and open, side plank. Yogi's choice here. If you want to stay inside plank, if this is where it's at for you today, go ahead and stay here, work this. If you want to come into wild thing, place your right foot on the floor, puff your heart up, open, but only for a minute, because we're coming right back through. Right knee up, right hand to floor, kick it through, fallen triangle. Lift your hips, glutes on. Left hand down. Right knee comes in. Crescent pose. Lift up into it. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Sink into it. Inhale. Exhale, sink into it further. Reverse your warrior. Right arm reaches up overhead. Left hand sprinkles down the left leg. Bend into the front right leg. Good. Lengthen the front leg as you squat into the back, skandasana. Toes point up towards the sky. Hips come to wherever your deepest range is. Again, go to your deepest range here, but not further. And make this an active pose. So you're lifting up out of your deepest range just a touch. So your glutes are on. Woo! Right hand to the floor on the outside of the left foot. So we're now facing towards the back of the mat. Bring your right knee to the floor. Lift your arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Good. Open your arms, cactus. Shoulder blades in towards the spine and down on the back body to puff your heart up. Pull your arms back. Ooh. Good. Bring your hands to the inside of the left foot. Lift the right knee and just floss in and out here. Floss in and out. Come up into crescent pose. Ready? Lean into the left foot. Lean, 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 lean until you can come on up. Warrior three on the left leg. Okay, here we are. Hands into prayer at the chest. You can even use your left thumb on the inside crease of your left hip and kind of pull it back a little bit. It likes to hike in, hike up. Pull it back. You can have a micro bend in that left leg. Right leg is active and you're gazing at one spot onto the floor. This will help you keep your balance and feel your left foot working to keep you in balance here. Right knee in towards the chest as you stand onto the left leg. Right leg kicks out in front of you. Good. Sweep it back in to warrior three. Foot back to where it came from. Beautiful. Sweep open. Warrior two into your front right leg. Woo. Hands come to the mat. Down dog. Sweep your left leg up towards the sky and open your hip. Keep opening until you pull yourself into a side plank. Again, if this is where you want to work, if this is where your body needs to work today, stay in the side plank if you'd like to. Open your front body. Come on into our wild thing. Woo. But just for a moment, pull that left knee into your chest. Kick the left leg under your right arm. Fallen triangle. Reach your right arm up overhead. Turn on your glutes. Right hand to floor. Right knee in. Crescent pose. Sink into it. Inhale. Exhale. Open up, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale sinks us into it even further. Tug back on the right hand. Find the integrity in your core and in your hips. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Sweep your left arm up overhead and reach to the back of the mat. Good. Straighten your right leg as you bend into the left. Skandasana. Good. Same as we did on the other side. Come to your end range and then lift out of it a touch. So your muscles are on. This is an active pose. And just breathe here. Find any sticky spots inside of your body and send breath to that area. It's like a little love note. All right, twist your body to the back of the mat. Right toes come to the back of the mat, pointing forward. Anjaneyasana, left knee on the floor. Lift up into it, arms reach towards the sky. Scissor your hips and then sink them forward. Cactus your arms, draw the shoulder blades in together and down on the back body, and then push your arms back towards, we're gonna call it the back of the room because that's what it is to us right now. Okay. Beautiful. Hands to the inside of the right foot. Lift the back leg, work into it for a second. Oh, yeah. Lift up into crescent pose. Find your integrity in the pose for a moment. And then reach your arms forward. Push, just pour so much weight into your right foot that the left foot just naturally lifts off the ground and you lift into your warrior three. Slight bend in your right knee. You can take your right hand and work that right hip back if you did that on your last side and it was helpful. Energize your left leg. Find one spot to gaze at on the floor and just breathe. This is a very active pose and it's always a very difficult pose, right? We're standing on one leg, our body's parallel to the floor. We're trying to balance, our foot's fighting for us to stay in balance here. It's working in our favor and we barely have to even think about it. It's just doing it for us. Left knee into chest. Kick the left leg forward. And then sweep it back. Warrior three. Again. And then as slow as you can, left toes back to the back of the mat. And then warrior two, open on up. Left toes to the front of the mat. Here we are. Hands come to the front of the mat. Plank pose, chaturanga, up dog, ooh-wee, and down dog. Come up onto your tiptoes, bend into your knees, jump, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Hands to or toes behind your wrists, and then forward fold. Good. Sink your hips into malasana. Hands to chest. Use your arms to push into your knees, and at the same time, use your thighs to pull into your arms. Good. Sink your hips to the floor. Legs come out in front of you. Lower back sinks onto the floor. Hands are reaching towards your feet. Low boat. Left knee or right knee into chest. Left knee to right knee. Right? Hands can go behind your head. And then left knee to right elbow. Bicycles, right? Let's go. Go fast. Go at your own speed. Breathe. Keep going. Almost done. Woo. Almost done. We'll count down from 3. 3, 2, 1. Release. Soles of the feet to the floor. And just relax. You can lift your hips up to bridge pose to stretch out your belly. Good, 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 good. Windshield wiper your knees for a moment. Great. Great job. Feet reach up towards the sky. Hands can come behind your head if you'd like. Lift your shoulder blades up off the floor, and then you're going to lower your right leg a couple inches off the floor and then bring it back up to the left. And then lower your left leg. Hover, and then lift. Lower your right. Hover, lift. Lower the left. Hover, lift. Lower the right. Hover, lift. And only go as far as you can while you maintain your lower back's connection with the floor. So keep your lower back connected to the ground beneath you. Lift, left leg down, hover, lift. Right leg down, hover, lift. Left leg down, hover, lift. Couple more times. Right leg down, hover, lift. Left leg down, hover, lift. Okay, knees into chest. Release your shoulders to the floor. Grab your knees and then create some circles with your hips. So you're circling around your sacrum, feeling that nice massage there. Release your jaw. If you have any tension in this moment, move your jaw from side to side and feel that release. Rock back and forth on your spine. You could bring your hands back behind your thighs if you'd like. 2 more times. 1. And on the last time, you are going to plant your feet on the floor and come into Balasana. So use that momentum to help you come into this shape. And then forward fold. Release your neck, yes and no, yes and no. Roll up through the spine. Okay. Beautiful. Hands to chest, breathe in. Lift your hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, jump, step, hop into your chaturanga. Up dog and down dog. Right leg lifts to the sky And you can come up on the ball of your left foot. I'm going to do a hop step here, and you can either come with me on this journey, or you can just bring your right foot to the front of the mat. But what we're going to do is we're going to bend into that left leg, jump off of it, and then in the air, switch, and then the right foot's going to come towards the right hand. And we could take a few tries. All right, so bend into the left leg, right foot's reaching up towards the sky. Look in between your hands, bend into the left knee, kick it up, and then in the air, bring your right foot to the right wrist. Let's try one more time. Bend into the left leg, kick it up, right hand, right foot to right wrist. Warrior one. Arms reaching up towards the sky. Bend into your right leg, tug back on the right hip. Use your frontal hip bones and see if you can point them forward-ish. So as far as you can get to the front of the mat. Open it up to warrior two. Bend into your front left leg. Right fingertips fall on the inside of the right foot and reach your right arm up overhead and then reach it to the front of the room. So you get this extra side stretch in your left side body. Right hip pulls in towards the midline. And feel that work. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Right arm reaches forward. Reach, reach, reach. Walk the left foot in, walk it in, walk it in. And then see if you can lift up onto your left foot. Hip points towards the side of the room. Half moon. Reach your right hand down towards the ground. Kick through your left foot. Square off your hips. Good. Bend into the right knee as you bring your left knee on the outside of the right foot and then lift on out. So we're doing some shrimp squats here. Bend and then lift back into the warrior three. And bend and lift. Two more, and bend and lift. And bend. Sink your hips all the way to the floor. So your left leg should be under your right knee pointing towards the sky. Reach your left arm up, right fingertips come behind you, twist it open, hug your left or your right leg with your left arm. So the crook of your left arm is giving some love to your right knee. Gaze can be over your right shoulder. Release. Come back onto the right foot. Lift on up into warrior three. Set your left toes as gently as you can to the ground behind you. Left arm up towards the sky, and then bring your left elbow over your right knee. Twisted lunge, here we go. Your hands can be at prayer. You could stay right here also. You can open your arms up. Left hand to the floor, right arm up. Oh yeah. Wherever you are, tug back on your right hip. Draw it into the midline. Don't let it get squirrely on you. Bring your right knee to the floor or your left knee to the floor. Straighten your right leg. Runner's lunge. Inhale. Grow your chest long, nice long spine, and then fold forward. Bring your right toes toward your face. Bend into the front right leg. Step the right foot back, chaturanga. up dog, and down dog. Left leg reaches up towards the sky. We're gonna take some of those hop switches if you're interested. So come onto the ball of your right foot, gaze between your hands, find some buoyancy here. Kick your left leg up over your shoulders and see if you can switch your left foot to your left wrist in the air. We're gonna do 2 more of those, just like we did on the other side. Gaze forward in between your hands. Find some buoyancy in the right leg. Kick it up and switch. Last time. Right foot in down dog, left foot's reaching up. Gaze between your hands. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Find some buoyancy. Kick it up and switch. Left foot to left hand. Warrior 1. Frontal hip bones point towards the room in front of you. Feel it. Good. Open up into warrior 2. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hand reaches out in front of you and see if you can bring your fingertips to the inside of that left foot. Left hip draws in. If this isn't the most comfortable for you, you can always bring your left forearm to your left knee. Wherever you are, reach your right arm up over your head so it's reaching towards whatever's in front of you. A tree, a wall, or whatever. My left hip is shaking. Good, 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 good. Walk your right foot in. Reach your left arm in front of you. And then see if you can come into half moon. Hip bones point to the side of your mat. Left arm reaches down to the floor in front of you. Right arm reaches up. Micro bend in the standing leg. Energize through the lifted leg. Good. Inhale. Exhale, square off your hips. Let's do some shrimp squats. Bend into the left leg. Right knee tucks in the inside of the right ankle, outside of the right ankle, I'm sorry. And then lift back up to warrior 3. We've got 5 of these. Lift 2, bend, lift 3, bend, lift 4, bend, lift 5, this time bend, tuck that knee on the outside of the left ankle, left hand behind left hip, right arm reaches up, and then give your left leg a little hug. Gaze can be over your left shoulder. If you want a little more, you can bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Ground down through your sit bones. Grow tall through your spine as you inhale. And on your exhale, twist it out. Inhale, we grow long. Exhale, we twist it out. Good, 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 good. Release. Come up onto the right shin. Ground down into the left foot. Back into warrior 3, but only for a hot second, you guys. Right foot comes to the back of the mat. Bend into the left knee. Crescent pose. Bring your right arm up towards the sky. Bend it and bring the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. You can come to prayer hands if you want. Open your arms wide. Wherever you are, be all there. Go to your depth. Good, good, good. Sink your right knee to the floor. Unwind from the twist. Hips come back up over the knee. Runner's lunge. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Left toes curl back towards the face. Heel digs into the ground. Tug your left hip back. And just breathe into it. Release from that. Hands come to the floor. Left foot goes back towards the right. Chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Right leg lifts towards the sky. Pigeon prep pose. So, right leg parallelish to the front of the mat, left leg long. Lift your chest. Upright position for a moment. Just feel into the space. And then walk your hands forward. And melt into it. And breathe. You can always find little movements that feel good to you. If you need to sway, or if you need to just be still, sometimes this can be the hardest work, is to just be here and be still and let your body melt. Lift up onto your fingertips. Bring your left leg forward. Your sole of your right foot comes to the inside of your left thigh. And walk your hands over your left foot. If you want to take this into more of a side bend, you can feel free to do that. Grab your right knee with your left hand, and then, or your left thigh if that works better, right thigh, and then reach your right arm up over that left long leg. And if your foot's available to you, you can grab the outside of your left foot with your right hand and use that as leverage to twist it open. Wherever you decide to go, just breathe into it. We've done all the active work. So take a moment here and stretch it out. Good. Left knee bends, right leg sweeps back, pigeon on the left leg. Tent up onto your fingertips for a minute and stay in this upright position. Notice if you have any sticky bits where you need to send some breath, some encouragement. As always, if you need a block in any of these poses, please take it. Sometimes a block under that left hip can be really nice. Fold forward. Chest reaches long. Take any movement here that you'd like to, any swaying that might feel good before you come into stillness. This side might feel or look different than your other side. I know mine feels a little bit tighter on this side today. It's talking to me a little bit more. And we just listen. We don't force. Good, come on up out of it. Sweep your right leg forward. Left sole of the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. We're either gonna bend over that forward right leg, or if you wanna take a side bend, the right arm can grab onto the left thigh or knee. Stretch your left arm up over the right leg. And then use any leverage you have to spin you open if you're taking the side stretch. Breathe into any sticky spots. And just notice how your body's feeling today. What's it saying to you? Release wherever you're at. If you'd like to come into an inversion of any kind, a headstand could be really nice, forearm stand, handstand. Your choice. Legs up the wall could feel great. Dolphin pose is a really great one, especially if you're working on forearm balance. That's a great inversion to be in as well. I'm going to work on handstand. Shoulders above wrists, gaze between your hands if you're working on handstand with me. Dominant leg reaches up to the sky, and then really caffeinate your lifted leg. Come up onto the ball of your grounded foot and see if you can kick that heel towards your booty. Ground down into your fingertips. And keep kicking up, keep working on it. The wall is a great tool if you want to do handstands at the wall, or just have it behind you as you try to kick up. Whenever you've had enough, slowly come on out. Hips to your heels, close your eyes. Come down to your back body. Knees into chest. You can cross the right leg over the left. Shimmy the hips to the right a little bit, and then sink your knees to the left and gaze over your right arm. Close down your eyes. Breathe. Release. Left leg crosses over the right. Shimmy your hips to the left a little bit. Sink your knees to the right side of your mat. Gaze over your left shoulder. Right hand can come on the outside strip of your left thigh. Close down your eyes and just be here. See if you could ground that left shoulder blade to the floor. If your knees are lifted off the ground, that's fine. Mine are too. Release, come out of the twist. Stretch your legs long. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Notice the energy pulsing through your body. Notice your heartbeat. Notice the breath in your belly as it rises and falls under your hand. Notice how the floor supports you. Feel the energy and the current in your body. Feel all the space you created in this practice today, both in your body and in your mind. You freed yourself up to be able to move into your day. You did something good for yourself today. So make sure you're kind and you thank yourself for that. And I hope you'll join me again next time. Have a great day, you guys.